What's up, America? I'm Sean Marcus, and it's time to speak up. What's up, America? Welcome to the show today, and I thank you for being here. So, I was wondering this morning, I was thinking a few thoughts, and I said, you know what? I've always been a why person. When I taught Little League football, I was a why person. So, I had to teach the kids why to block this direction or that direction, why to hit this way or that way, how to run properly. Why? Because when you explain why, they get it. It's the theory. Then they understand what they're doing for the reason of why they're doing it. Is that right? Is that cool? So, one thing I was wondering, one thing I'm going to say is that small things can make big changes. Let me say that again. Small things can make big changes. Today, I have a small word that has huge ramifications. The word is manners. Manners. Remember that? Remember when people said, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, thank you. Ma'am, can I open that door for you? Can I help you with your groceries? When you treated elderlies with respect. Manners. Remember we were taught those when we were growing up? I think one of the dysfunctions of our community right now is that we lack manners. And manners comes from parenting and proper raising. So I want to read this article because I wanted to do a little research and kind of just see exactly what's going on out there. So I'm going to read this article to you. And it's simple. It goes like this. The article is called The Importance of Teaching Manners to Kids. All right. So it says, say thank you, sit up straight, shake hands, say please. Most of us have heard phrases like this as we grew up because our parents were teaching us manners, right? Many of us do the same thing with our children, but why do we bother? What is so important about teaching manners anyway? For one thing, having good manners meet a social expectation. Kids are expected to have good manners or respect when they do. Another thing to consider is the role good manners play in your child's future. What do manners do is a title. At the heart of good manners is a respect for oneself and others. Good manners convey a sense of respect for the sensibility of other people. When you say thank you, you're taking the time to make the other person feel appreciated. Saying please respects the person's right not to do what you've asked. It's not so demanding with please attached. Good manners also show that a child listens to his parents and does what he is taught. These are good character traits that teachers and other authority figures appreciate. Manners convey quite a bit of information. Now, one thing I want to say is this. Do manners still exist? Not from, the older set, or a little bit of the old school people, the middle-aged crowd, but more of the newbies. Are we still teaching manners to our kids, to our grandkids? Are your kids teaching manners to their kids? Have you been hearing, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am? Have you been hearing that? Please take heed to what I'm trying to say. Without manners, you cannot have respect. See, manners teaches respect. Respect for the elderly, respect from women, respect for authority figures, respect for men. If a child is growing up in this day with no respect for authority or people that's older than them, then we are lost, and you'll actually be put probably right in the area of society that we are in right now. So let's go back to the basics. If we teach in manners, I mean, if you look at it like this, you got to say, no respect for elders, no respect for life. Manners teach respect. One thing we don't have in our community right now is the respect of life. Why is that? What happened? When did we stop caring about killing somebody? When did so many children get caught in the crossfire? When did so many elderly people start getting shot? Women start getting shot? I'm going to tell you when. When we lost respect and stopped teaching manners. Without manners, there is no respect, guys. No respect. As long as we don't have respect, we'll be a race of people not standing with each other, but falling for every okie doke in the book. We're so busy being against one another because we've been taught not to respect one another. We've been played hands against one another from day one. But what we can do is go back to some basics and teach manners. Teach kids how to respect their elders. Teach kids how to respect life. Hey, it's not just these kids' fault. Some of you parents are just not good parents, and maybe you need to be raised properly. Maybe you do. It's nothing wrong with that. Hey, listen, we need to pay attention to what's being taught in our community, what's being said in our community, and what's being done. But manners is one of those small things that has huge benefits. It can be the way you treat someone when you go for a job interview. Because you had manners, you might get the job interview when the same skill set that you have with the other person is there. All I'm saying is go back to manners. Yes, sir. No, sir. Thank you. Things like that. Every little thing that we can do can have big changes. Is that right? Just focus on that. Go back to old school values. Go back to love. Go back to respect. Go back to value of life and community. Let's start teaching our young people that. Then they'll grow with respect. And some of the things that's happening now because of the lack of respect for one another will change. It's the small things. So let's make those small things huge changes, big changes for our community, our love, and each other. Love to the ladies. Peace to the fellas.